Crafty Maven peeps, it's Tanya Hubbard here, and I'm here for Sketch It Out Thursday along with Jen Stokes. She chose that sketch that you see there, and when I had a look at it, I thought, well, I know what I want to try and do. I'm going to take one of my Studio Calico PL kits from last year. Yes, I am rather ashamed to say that that is August of last year, which, as you can see, hasn't been touched, but I'm touching it now, so that's not bad. And I figured what I could do is challenge myself to only use the kit. And I did obviously have to have a white background because this is a 12x12 layout, but everything else comes completely from the kit. And I based my layout very much on the sketch. The only real thing that I changed out was the fact that instead of having 4 photos, I chose to use the 3x4 PL cards as my elements on the left-hand side. And what I'm now doing is going through to see what cards matched with the color scheme I'm going for. Sort of the mints and the black, and that pink doesn't stay. That pink goes, because even now looking at it, I figure, that doesn't really go. There, see, it's gone already. Fabulous. The photograph is of my kids, and they are doing what every other teenager and 20-year-old does these days. They're taking a selfie. And I quite like the way that this photograph came out, because well, I don't know, you can't really see it from here, but you can actually see their faces on the cell phone from the angle I took it. So I thought I was being ever so creative doing that. And I do like to back my photos with a backing. What is that called? Matting. There we go. Gosh, complete brain block moment there. So I am matting my photograph with a little bit of that minty teal color. And now I'm deciding which of those cards that I had taken out I'm going to use. And then I realized with the ones that I want to use, a lot of those 4x6 cards just weren't going to work, so I bought those out. And the yellow, actually, I thought the yellow was quite striking. And I love ampersands, so naturally had to use that one, although I think I used the other side in the end. But just really deciding how it's going to go. But the layout came together really quickly because, well, all the design was done for me. So I'm starting to rediscover a love of sketches. I had a few issues a little while ago where I rather daftly decided that the sketch was trying to tell me what to do, and then I was fighting the sketch and it was a bit of a disaster. But with this one, maybe because the sketch really appealed to me. I do like, well, it's not really a grid layout, but I do like layouts that are have some kind of grid or linear, maybe the word is linear I'm looking for, linear design, and they kind of speak to me, so perhaps that's why this one went so well. And also I just think that I had fun using those cards. They're really quite nice. I thought maybe I would do it that way, but that wasn't working for me. I think the balancing of the black at the top to the black at the bottom, that works better than having a very black top heavy. Now I'm going to work on the middle bit, which is all those little, on the sketch they're buttons, but I had those labels, and this was a very school heavy themed kit. I suspect that's probably because you in America you start your school year in August, am I right? August, September? And I think the European schools are very similar. Here we run our school system from January to December. So I think that's probably a lot to do with weather, maybe. I'm not really sure, actually. But all I know is that just as the calendar goes January to December, so our school year goes January to December. But be that as it may, so now I'm just seeing how I can place those acetate stars and things in a manner that is pleasing to my eye. And my nails are extremely short at the moment, so boy did I have issues trying to pick those little embellishments up. Oh, and I did a lot of this, a lot of rearranging and taking up of cards and putting it somewhere else. I think just things weren't quite working properly for me when I made this. The stars hadn't aligned right, and so I kept making little boo-boos and having to shift things over and then fighting with glue dots, and oh yeah. It came out all right in the end, but there were some tense moments. Yep. What was I talking about before I went on to that little ramble? Oh well. I have no idea. So yes, I am enjoying putting down little circles, and oh yeah, here I decided that star was in the wrong place, and when I pulled it up, obviously the glue dot was exceptionally sticky, so half the paper came up. So I figured, oh dear, better cover that up. But very often these little mishaps tend to have an end result which is actually nicer than the original. So when you have to cover up those little boo-boos, it turns out all right. And now I'm more carefully picking up that star because I don't want to have to keep covering up boo-boos all over the show. So bringing up a little spot of yellow at the top there, and figuring I need something, but then I found that star which I had shoved on the right hand side. Let's glue him down, and then that star is actually, the color should be the same as the one on the left, but I flipped it over. Thought that was a little bit bright here. I have these moments of brilliance. Well, I like to think they're moments of brilliance. So it's coming together quite well. And now I thought, I need a bit more. It's a little bit empty. So I use those wood banners. I have this I couldn't have a problem with because it had wording on it, so that's exactly the way it was supposed to be. But I find those banners difficult because I never know which way they should go. You know, whether it's upside down or what. Oh, and there were some little silver alphabet stickers that came in the kit, so I stuck Selfie on there. And these were a little weird. They're little tags, and they came with plastic. I think it's supposed to be like tabs, so you're supposed to close the plastic, but wow, it was so stiff I couldn't close them. So in the end I gave up on the plastic part of life and decided to just use a couple of those as little labels on the right hand side, just to add a spot of color there and a little bit of interest. Because, I mean, let's face it, it's a pretty simple layout. Or, yeah, would one call it simple? I think so. Clean. Maybe that's what it is. It's a clean design. Oh, and then I had another look through the cards and came across that one, which I figured actually fitted in much better because of the red. It brought out the pop of the red and the green that I've used. And now I'm just looking to see if there's anything else I can incorporate. And I found that little red arrow, and I love arrows. So I fussy cut it out to pop it down on the left hand side just to give a bit of color there. And I'm telling you exactly what I'm doing because I seem to be taking a long time to get it out. Fussy cutting and I are not exactly best of friends. So doesn't that just make it pop a little bit? Oh, and then there was XOXO on that banner, but I didn't like it, so I thought I'd bring in a bit of that silver down the bottom there. And a date stamp, because, you know, you need to know when you took the photographs. And I did some journaling. Basically, the journaling is just telling us where we were that day and why I like taking photographs of them so much. So thanks so much for watching, and do check out Jen Stokes' video as well, and have a wonderful Thursday, and I will see you sometime soon. Bye now.